Have you ever wondered what your baby looks like inside the womb every single week of pregnancy? From a single microscopic cell invisible to the naked eye, your baby will transform into a tiny human with a beating heart, developing organs, fingerprints, and even the ability to hear your voice. Pregnancy is one of nature's most incredible journeys. Over the next 20 weeks, we'll take you inside the womb to witness every major milestone as your baby grows and develops. You'll see how life begins, how organs form, when the heart starts beating, when tiny fingers appear, and when your baby begins moving for the very first time. Let's begin at the very start of life. Week 1. Technically, during week 1, you are not actually pregnant yet. Doctors count pregnancy from the first day of your last menstrual period, even though conception hasn't occurred. Inside the ovaries, several follicles begin maturing. Each follicle contains an egg. Meanwhile, the uterus prepares for a possible pregnancy by developing a fresh lining rich in blood vessels and nutrients. Although there is no baby yet, your body is already laying the foundation for new life. Week 2. During week 2, ovulation approaches. One mature egg is released from the ovary and enters the fallopian tube. This egg is now waiting for fertilization. The egg itself is incredibly small, about the size of a grain of sand. For approximately 24 hours, fertilization is possible. If a sperm successfully reaches and penetrates the egg, a brand new human life begins. Week 3. This is the week conception usually occurs. When one sperm successfully enters the egg, their genetic material combines. The result is a single cell called a zygote. Although it consists of only one cell, this zygote already contains all the genetic information needed to determine eye color, hair color, biological sex, height potential, and countless other characteristics. As the zygote travels down the fallopian tube, it rapidly divides. One cell becomes 2, 2 become 4, 4 become 8. Soon, dozens of cells form a tiny cluster known as a morula. This remarkable journey marks the very beginning of your baby's life. Week 4. By week 4, the developing embryo reaches the uterus. The cluster of cells is now called a blastocyst. It attaches itself to the uterine wall through a process known as implantation. This connection allows nutrients and oxygen to pass from mother to baby. The embryo is approximately 2 millimeters long. That's about the size of a poppy seed. Although tiny, important structures are already beginning to form. The amniotic sac develops. The placenta begins taking shape. The foundations of the nervous system start emerging. At this stage, many women don't yet realize they're pregnant. Week 5. Week 5 marks a major developmental milestone. The embryo now resembles a tiny tadpole. It measures roughly 2 to 3 millimeters. The neural tube begins forming. This structure will eventually develop into the brain and spinal cord. The primitive heart also starts developing. Although it is not yet fully formed, the earliest cardiac cells begin organizing into a structure capable of producing rhythmic contractions. The foundations for the circulatory system are now present. Life is accelerating at an astonishing pace. Week 6. During week 6, one of the most exciting milestones occurs. The heart begins beating. Although tiny and simple compared to a mature heart, it can often be detected using ultrasound. The embryo measures approximately 4 to 6 millimeters. Small buds emerge along the sides of the body. These will eventually become arms and legs. Tiny dark spots appear where eyes will develop. Openings begin forming that will later become ears. The brain grows rapidly, developing into distinct regions. Every minute, thousands of new cells are being created. Week 7. By week 7, your baby measures around 1 centimeter. The head grows significantly larger than the rest of the body. This happens because the brain is developing at an extraordinary rate. Arm buds lengthen. Hand plates begin forming. Tiny indentations appear where fingers will eventually separate. The liver starts producing blood cells. Kidneys begin forming. The digestive system starts taking shape. Although still very small, your baby now possesses many of the structures needed for future growth. Week 8. Week 8 is often considered the end of the embryonic period. Your baby now measures approximately 1.5 centimeters. Tiny fingers become more visible. Leg buds continue growing. The eyes are developing beneath thin layers of skin. The upper lip begins forming. Small movements may occur inside the womb, although they are far too gentle for the mother to feel. Nearly every major organ system has now started developing. From this point forward, growth and refinement become the primary focus. Week 9. Congratulations! Your baby is now officially called a fetus. The tail-like structure present during earlier development disappears. The body becomes more human in appearance. The head remains proportionally large, but facial features become easier to recognize. The heart now has 4 chambers. Blood circulates throughout the body. Tiny toes begin forming. The fetus measures approximately 2.5 centimeters. This is about the size of a grape. Week 10. Week 10 brings further refinement. The fingers separate completely. Tiny fingernails begin developing. The ears continue moving toward their final position. The jawbone forms. The neck becomes more distinct. Although still impossible to feel, your baby is becoming increasingly active. Small kicks, stretches, and twists occur regularly. All major organs are present, though many still require further development. Week 11. At week 11, your baby measures around 4 centimeters. The face becomes more recognizable. The eyes move closer together. External ears become more defined. The bones begin hardening. Muscles continue developing. The fetus practices swallowing amniotic fluid. Reflexes become stronger. If touched, the fetus may respond with movement. These movements remain invisible to the mother, but represent important neurological development. Week 12. Week 12 marks the end of the first trimester. Your baby is approximately 5 to 6 centimeters long. Fingerprints begin forming. The kidneys start producing urine. The digestive system becomes more active. The vocal cords develop. Although your baby cannot cry yet, the structures required for future sounds are now present. The risk of miscarriage decreases significantly after this stage. For many parents, reaching week 12 is a major milestone. Week 13. Welcome to the second trimester. Growth accelerates dramatically. Your baby now measures roughly 7 centimeters. The body begins catching up to the head. Bones continue strengthening. The intestines move into their proper position inside the abdomen. The fetus can make facial expressions. Although these expressions are involuntary, they reveal increasing complexity in muscle development. Week 14. Week 14 brings exciting changes. Fine hair called lanugo begins covering the body. This soft hair helps regulate body temperature and protect delicate skin. Facial muscles become more coordinated. The fetus may squint, frown, or smile. The thyroid gland starts functioning. The baby measures approximately 8 to 9 centimeters. The appearance becomes increasingly human. Week 15. At week 15, the skeleton continues hardening. Legs grow longer than arms. The fetus becomes increasingly mobile. The skin remains thin and translucent. Blood vessels are visible beneath the surface. Taste buds begin developing. Your baby may respond differently to flavors present in amniotic fluid. The sensory world is beginning to expand. Week 16. Week 16 is often when some mothers begin noticing early movements. These sensations are sometimes described as butterflies or gentle flutters. The fetus measures approximately 11 centimeters. The eyes and ears approach their final positions. Facial expressions become more sophisticated. Muscles strengthen. Coordination improves. The baby spends much of the day moving, stretching, and practicing reflexes. Week 17. Body fat begins developing beneath the skin. This fat will later help regulate temperature and provide energy after birth. The skeleton continues maturing. The umbilical cord becomes thicker and stronger. The heart pumps increasing amounts of blood every day. The baby measures approximately 13 centimeters. Growth remains rapid. Week 18. Week 18 is a remarkable stage. The ears become fully positioned. Your baby may now hear sounds from outside the womb. The mother's heartbeat, digestive sounds, and voice create a constant soundtrack. The nervous system continues forming complex connections. The fetus practices sucking and swallowing. Many parents undergo an anatomy scan around this time. This ultrasound provides a detailed look at development. Week 19. A protective coating called vernix caseosa begins covering the skin. This waxy substance helps shield the fetus from prolonged exposure to amniotic fluid. Sensory development accelerates. The brain forms specialized areas responsible for sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. The baby measures approximately 15 centimeters. Every day brings increasing sophistication. Week 20. Halfway there. At 20 weeks, your baby measures around 25 centimeters from head to heel. Tiny eyebrows and eyelashes become visible. Hair grows on the scalp. The heartbeat is strong enough to be heard using specialized instruments. Movement becomes more coordinated. Many mothers can now clearly feel kicks and stretches. Although only halfway through pregnancy, your baby already looks remarkably human.